I wonder what makes Cowboy Bebop's aesthetic so iconic? From the unique design of its characters to the immersive sound design of music, it's undeniable that Cowboy Bebop is a show to be marked in TV history. And by the end of this video, I'll outline the 3 ways in how Cowboy Bebop's aesthetic is nothing short but an artistic masterpiece. With one of them being the music. Composed by Yoko Kanayo and a Japanese band called the Seatbelts, Cowboy Bebop's music is mainly focused on the jazzier side, with tracks like Rush, Tank, and Spaceline all being composed to fit a jazzy atmosphere for the show. Take episode 1 for example. Spike and Asimov are in this intense fighting scene for then the music to smoothly come in and fit the vibe perfectly for what the scene needs. The show makes use of a very important mechanism that most shows today just have utterly forgotten, with that being timing the music to the scene. By timing the music to the scene, you just feel way more immersed in the fight that's going on. The intense jazzy sound of the saxophone, someone going relentless on the trumpet, and a scene like this heavily immerses anybody watching to what's going on, with the composer doing an amazing job to make you feel intrigued to what's going on in the fight and what may happen next and who's gonna win and what moves Biker Asimov may pull. Honestly, when the music is used in the show, it demonstrates the director's keen understanding of how to elevate each scene to its maximum potential. With the scenes where the music isn't used, the ambience of the show's amazing sound design is taken to a whole nother level. You're able to focus more on the main storyline that's going on, with the sounds of the characters' worlds around them giving a more lively look onto the show. That's not what a lot of shows today do. I mean, take the scene where Jet is alone with his partner, and genuinely the sound design in this is crazy. A scene like this, especially in anime, you just don't get. With the sounds of the train, the sound of Jet lighting up a cigarette, it makes you so much more immersed into the scene. Oh my goodness, the sound design in this is beautiful. And scenes like this just made the show just so much more better in general, and the aesthetic is just there. I do want to point this out though, while we're on the topic of Cowboy Bebop's music, when I watched the show for the first time, I did not expect this song to be in there. The scene where Ed is just like walking about and then you just hear like the Cat and Mouse music, and I just did not expect that to be in this show. I thought this was like a video game OST or something, like an Amori track, and originally hearing the song on TikTok, but I mean it fits Ed's character perfectly, so I'm not complaining. And that leads me to my second point, the characters. With Spike, Jet, Faye, Ed, and Ian, yes I'm counting Ian, top 2 character, prove me wrong, along with the fact that each character has this theme of having a past life that they've left throughout the entire show. And being honest, I would talk about all of like their past lives, but only Jet's and Faye stick out to me, and it's for 2 reasons. Jet's past life is how he left a successful career as a police officer, all due to a sting operation by his partner that he trusted, resulting in the loss of his arm that we see constantly throughout the show, along with the woman that he loved who motivated Jet to work in the police force just suddenly out of the blue abandoning him, leaving nothing but a note that read one word and one word only: farewell. And just by this alone, you can tell why Jet's #1 on my list, with him acting like the father figure of the group, making them food, and overall just being a good sport. Take episode 20 for example, where Spike loses a fight to Mad Parrot. He eventually leaves to finish things off, and then once Jet finds out about this, he acts like a dad who has a stubborn son. You can tell why I love Jet. However, Faye's past life is a little bit more darker. Faye's past life is that she had her memory wiped, with the surgery costing a huge amount of money, and when I say huge, I mean huge.
That is her, coming up with 30 million wulongs for the basic operation, in addition to 54 years of interest payments. How much is that?
The total is 300,028,000 wulongs.
Yeah, at that point, you know where I'm going. We never really get a clear picture of her past, mainly due to her memory being wiped, but in episode 16, near the end, we get to see this VHS tape of Faye before her memory got wiped in her old life. And when watching the scene, I don't know, but something just stuck out to me about it.
Wake up feeling good? Do the light and the wind and the smell and the sounds all seem like they're brand new and fresh this morning? Is each and every cell in your whole body awake and alive now? Today, you are who you are today, see? You're still me, but you're a newer version. Myself 10 years from now. It's so far away it's almost impossible to imagine. Am I alone, or is there a wonderful person next to me? Well, knowing me, I'm sure you're causing all kinds of trouble for lots of different people. I'm sorry, I don't mean to. But it's alright. That's part of life too, isn't it? You're not perfect, but you've got a lot to give, so remember, I'll always be cheering you on. And now a big cheer from my heart. Let's go be!
Remember,
Don't you lose! Don't you lose! Me! Go me! Yay! In your time, I'm no longer here, but I am here today, and I'll always be cheering for you, right here. Cheering for you, my only self.
And generally, I felt like I was on the verge of tears while watching it. I don't know, but there's something so sweet about it. The music, the message itself, everything about this scene is just great. One of the best entire scenes of the show, and if you haven't seen it, then what are you doing, man? Come on! It results in Faye's character now, with her coping with the loss of her past memories, with the consumption of alcohol and gambling. And I'm not telling you to take pity on Faye. I mean, personally as a character, I don't really like her too much, but being honest, this just entire backstory and past life thingy, it was emotional. Like, for a broader of a scene, I did have some sympathy for Faye. Although Spikes is kind of interesting, watching the show, I just wasn't really invested. I mainly just wanted to see episodes like episode 23, where they literally just join a cult. I'm being honest, that's probably one of my most favorite episodes. I'm gonna just be real. To be honest, all these characters are unique, from Jet's amazing cooking skills to Ed's amazing coding abilities and being able to hack into anything. Don't ask me what's unique about Faye, I really can't tell you. Honestly, they just bring this show together, with it just starting with Jet and Spike and then slowly growing to have Faye, Ed, and Ian. The show accurately represents the feeling of a semi-family dynamic of this group, with it being fun seeing how the group bounces off each other. The storyline feels vibrant and real, and it feels like we're getting 25 minutes to peep into these people's lives. That sounds wrong. That actually sounds wrong out of context. Honestly, there's some moments in the show where the story does feel a little bit weird, but for the most part, it's solid. A little cool fun fact about the making of Cowboy Bebop is that when Wannabe, the creator of the show, was being asked by his network to create a show, it was originally asked with the purpose of him being allowed to do whatever he wanted, go into any creative direction he pleased, with the only requirement being that he had to include spaceships into the show. Why spaceships? Because at the time the network wanted to increase the amount of sales they would get on their toy spaceships. So, as a marketing strategy, by making a TV show that included spaceships in it, it could possibly make the audience watching it to decide to buy a toy spaceship when seeing it in person. And to be honest, it's pretty dumb logic, but without it, Cowboy Bebop probably wouldn't be as iconic as it is today, with the network not losing out as the sales in toy spaceships did actually increase. Without this little requirement, imagine how different the show would be. I mean, literally just the title itself, the Bebop in the name is named after the ship that the characters are seen riding in the show. If you're wondering where the rest of the title Cowboy comes from, it's all just mainly come from episode 22, Cowboy Funk, and this probably has to be one of Cowboy Bebop's most iconic episodes to date. An iconic episode of Cowboy Bebop with Andy the Cowboy's character being introduced. The main premise is that Spike tries to take down this bomber, but before he's able to do anything, another bounty hunter called Andy the Cowboy comes in and ruins everything by mistaking Spike as the bomber instead. It's an amazing kind of goofy episode, however, there's a reason why it's so iconic, why this episode holds a special place in my heart every time that I see it. With that being because of Andy's iconic line he says near the end of the episode right after giving his cowboy hat to Spike, and that is,
"My hat's off to you, partner." So, what are you gonna do now? I have no doubt I'll find some new career. See you, Space Cowboy.
not gonna lie, that's alright. This is an iconic episode top tier. Although the joke kind of got overused and was kind of corny, I mean, the episode so far. Along with its visuals, I mean, the visuals of this show is probably the most iconic aspect to Cowboy Bebop. From Spike's iconic dark green hair to the beautiful scenes that this show gives. Honestly, it's obvious that the artist put so much time and effort into making every scene in this show look vivid and filled with life. With every shot feeling like something I could slap onto my wallpaper and have countless compliments of how nice my wallpaper looks. It's great. And with a lot of shows that came during the time that Cowboy Bebop was airing, it's surprising that the visuals now today still live up to like expectations that we have. I feel like with Cowboy Bebop's aspect ratio and how it has like black bars by the side of it, mainly because of like TVs at the time, it gives like this general vibe when watching the show of like, I don't know, just like staying up in the 90s, just watching like a cartoon show, and it just makes the show look more better. With many companies just like zooming in order to remove the black bars by the sides, I feel like just having the black bars there there just generally make the show just way more better to look at. It gives like this general vibe into the show, and I don't know, I may be wrong with this one, but I just like it. I don't even get me started on the intro, man. The intro's god. Frankly, the show's just a pleasure to watch. Kicking back on a Friday night at 10 p.m, a bowl full of noodles on the desk, a lighting kept to a minimum, you're just bound to have a good time. It's amazing soundtrack and sound design, all of which is fantastic characters and general visual scenes. There will truly never be another show like this, and I find it funny to believe that it wouldn't even exist if One to Be never included the spaceship into the show.